All right, so I'm gonna talk about when I get to the assignment center. It's like a reassessment center before you get to a halfway house, right after prison. So I get to the, reassessment center, and now, mind you, it's super strict there. So they're like ready to send people back to prison. They don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So you gotta like pretty much like follow the rules. Well, there isn't really no, you know, getting away with shit because they're looking to send you the fuck back. So at this point, like my mindset was, I need to come home. I haven't seen my kids in, about 3 years, 3.5 years, something like that. And, I'm like, I need to do the right thing. And, I my mindset was different. So like I said, I went through like a huge shift months and months prior to this. And I get here and, you gotta like have your shirt tucked in, you're in line, like walking down the hallway, like there ain't no like bullshit. So now I'm here, it's like, I don't know, I think I'm here for a month, 2 months, something like that. Something like that, yeah. 1 or 2 months I'm here at this place for, and it's fucking hell here. Because like you gotta bite your tongue, and these counselors will talk shit too. Like they don't give a fuck. They want you to act up. Because they don't care. Your ass be right back. DOC. See, you know what I mean? So I'm just trying to stay clear and stay in a straight and narrow path, not get any bullshit. There's still people still trying to, do some bullshit. They get sent back ASAP though. You know? That wasn't my thing. I'm like, I'm not getting sent back. You know, I'm doing what the fuck I gotta do. They're able to, like, you can get your birth certificate, your social, like all your credentials you need to get back into society. So I'm like, in the midst of doing all that shit, just staying clear of all the shit. That went pretty well. I think I had an incident. There was an incident that happened, and I don't know if it was in my room or something. I can't recall what the fuck it was, but I remember talking to one of the counselors. They had some shit going on. I don't know if they found something in the room or whatever the case may be. I thought I was getting sent back, and luckily, I didn't. So, like I said, I wasn't doing shit. So, I kept my nose clear. I was passing drug tests, so it didn't really matter to me. I get out of there, and I get sent to a halfway house. Halfway house is, sweet. That shit was all right because I could start working after like I think 6 months of being there. But I don't think so. After like 6 months, I can start working. So I'm there. Whatever the case may be, I'm doing what I gotta do there. Now it's kind of loose there, so there's people getting high there, and it's selling shit, whatever, just trying to get by. And I wasn't doing nothing. I'm like, man, I ain't doing none of this shit. I'm trying to get home and do what the fuck I gotta do. But there's motherfuckers smoking. It's called K2 at the time, and they smoking K2, and these motherfuckers are fishing out like straight, you know, convulsions and like doing all this nut shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, this K2 is serious. They call it like boom out there. Motherfuckers that had the K2, and then they they did it because it didn't like pop on the drug test and shit. So they smoking the K2. Finally, I think they came out with a test though, but it gets out of your system like real quick when you smoke the K2. I remember this one motherfucker smoked the shit and he started talking in like a British accent. And this dude was not British at all. He was hood as hell. And he started like talking in a British accent, was like going nutty. And yeah, they was trying to get him out of there, and like he wasn't having it. Like, it was a big fight. They finally had to get him out there. He went back to DOC. But there's a lot of nut shit going on there. You know what I'm saying? And plus you're in a room with like, man, you're in a room with like probably like 10 people. You know what I'm saying? You got bunks and shit. So there's a lot of people in the room, like 8 to 10 people. So you're dealing with a lot of different energies and, different type of people, different type of people banging, different gangs and shit, whatever the case may be. Cause like where I'm at, you got the Bloods, you got the Crips, you got the Nietas, you got the King Homies, you got the GDs, you got the MS-13s. There's just so many different type of gangs and shit. So you dealing with all different type of people, you know, in the rooms. It's not. It's all, but for the most part, everybody's trying to go home. Motherfuckers, I ain't trying to go home, still doing, nut shit, goofy shit, whatever the case may be. So yeah, so the halfway house, I stood clear of that shit for a little minute. I think I was there like 4 months. And yeah, I didn't even get a chance to go out on the work program because I got paroled. I had like 5 or 6 months left to max out. And boom, I got paroled. I was able to go home, which that was a blessing. Like I said, once I started, living righteous and doing things right and positive, things just started falling in place for me. Like boom, and it was great. So I was loving that. So I get home June 2017.